Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I thought I'd do a little sales update video before I got started on my listing today. Alright, this is going to be a combination of eBay and Etsy. I was going to separate these videos, but I think I'm going to just keep them together like I used to do. Basically because the more I think about it, the more I realize I became very interested in Etsy when I was watching resellers who did both. And I was looking at these items saying, I see this type of item a lot, and I could do this as well. And it's great because I actually really do like Etsy. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about it, but I absolutely love Etsy. So I'm going to start off with eBay. I'm going to give you the cost of the item. When I say what it sold for, it's going to include the cost plus shipping. So it's going to be a combination of both. And then I'll tell you what I paid for shipping. Alright, the first item is a vintage 80s Talbot's double-breasted blazer. It had gold buttons. When you have buttons like this, do a close-up of the button, because these are so detailed and, you know, they have crests on them, and it's only a plus if you show like the details of the buttons. And I always like to show a picture of the tag. So there you go. Every once in a while I forget to take a picture, and I usually don't go back and take one if I forget because it's all wrapped up and ready to ship. But I usually almost always take a picture. If I have a blazer, some people will turn these jackets or any type of blazers inside out and hang it on the mannequin. You can do that. It's definitely showing more detail than I am, which I just like throw it on my surface and I just open up the jacket so the person can see the inside of it. I'm already telling them in the description that there are no flaws. You know, I'm not sure what showing them the additional parts of the lining will do, but also if I do have a flaw, I will absolutely take a picture of it. If you have any flaws on any of your items, you want to get nice pictures of it, you know, because you describing it, you know, people have different images in their head than what you're describing. You know what I mean? It's always best to take a picture. Alright, so this sold for $32.20. I paid $4 and it was $10.54 to ship. I don't know if I already said that, but I'm going to say it again. Alright, this is a vintage LL Bean flannel shirt. I always pick these up if they're in decent condition. People love them. I always sell them. In this case, I remember this, I picked it up with an orange one. And this sold for around $20 plus shipping. The orange one sold for more. What I noticed with these flannel shirts, if you have orange, people who hunt and people who go hiking or out in the woods and want to be visible, they like those colors orange. And I noticed red too. Red is okay as well. But this took a little longer because I believe because of the color. I paid $4.50. They paid $27.99, and it cost me $7.33 to ship. So, and this is very consistent. That kind of price is very consistent, at least for me. Alright, this is a pair of Crocs boat shoes. Islander top. Now I got Islander top because I looked up other people who had this exact boat shoe. I'm not sure what Islander top means, but I just put it in there because they all said it. So the top part is leather. I never saw a Croc boat shoe before, so I picked this up and it was great. It cost $6 and it sold for $42.74, and I paid $9.93 to ship it. So if you see the Croc boat shoes, they're definitely worth picking up. This is a Chico's blouse. It was a size 1. It was silk. Now I don't pick up Chico's, not too often, but this was only 50 cents. Our Goodwill has sales, 50-cent sales. I can't say I go there often on the 50-cent sales. There's two reasons. One, I've looked at this stuff a million times, and in my mind, like, if I'm not willing to pay $2.25 for it, more than likely I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want it for 50 cents either. It's not like really a great item, but you can pick up, in my opinion, a few things. If you are like me and you go, hey, you know, if I wasn't willing to pay $2 for it when it was half off, just saving $1.50 doesn't make it a great item. But this worked out pretty well. It sold for $18.09, and I paid $3.29 to ship it, so the profit was up there. It was $12.50, which was, I would definitely do it again. The next item is a men's blazer, Giovanni Brashani. I'll go with that because I'm not sure. It was a size 46 regular, slim fit. It looked like it had all the things that it would sell well, but not so much. I had it for a while. What I'm doing now is I do run sales. I run sales all the time. And I have my inventory basically broken down. Like, I literally handpick what I'm putting into my sales. And I have them running consistently, and they are 15% off, 30% off, and then like a clearance 50% off. So after a certain amount of time, it gets, like, I think about the 15% I'll run right away. Like when I put an item out, I let an item sit for about a week, and then if it's not enough interest, if there's a lot of interest on an item, I actually do not put it on sale. I just wait. If it's just normal or less than normal, I start on 15. In about 6 months, I drop it to 30. Over a year, I'll drop it to 50. Unless I just think it's a really great item that needs that one person to be interested in it, then I'm not so worried. But basically for 90% of my inventory on eBay, if it's not like going in a year, I'm going to kick it out the door because I just don't have the room to like hold on to stuff for that long. So this was $4.50. It sold eventually for $26.20, and I paid $9.41 to ship it. So it was worth a try. It wasn't a loss, but I would not pick it up again. All right, this is an American Eagle pair of jeans. It was $2.75. It was Artist Super Stretch. I don't think I took a picture of the tag inside. But these, yeah, sorry my screen keeps doing that. I'm not quite sure why it is. It was $2.75. It sold for $24.99. Cost $7.33 to ship because $7.33 is what I pay on a padded envelope. So if you're not using those padded envelopes, they're awesome. I use them all the time. About 50% of my stuff goes out in them. Okay, this is a new Croft & Barrow pair of pants. It was big and tall. It was $46.29. I only pick these things up when they are new, and that's the only time. They were $4.50. My Goodwill, all the pants, whether they're new, used, whatever, it's a straight price. $4.50 for pants, $5.50 for jeans. So these are $4.50. They sold for $26.50, and they cost $7.33 to ship. Okay, this is a pair of Levi's 505s, and I think I've talked about this before. I pick Levi's up all the time, especially the 501s, 505s, and 550. 550 is not as great, but I still pick them up. This was $5.50. It sold for $33.49, and it cost $7.33 to ship. Even though it was gigantic, I just stuffed it into that padded mailer, and it only cost $7.33. Because I'm pretty sure, like, this size, you got to realize, this would be 3 pounds. Like, these jeans go over 2 pounds when they're this big. And if someone was trying to buy this from California, it would be costing them in the teens to get them. Like $13 approximately. But in the, you know, if you can get into a padded envelope, you know, they're paying $8, and that's a significant difference. So they're willing to pay you more because they're paying that much less in shipping. All right. This was interesting. This was a vintage Le Tiger toggle color black cardigan. Really, it was in kids. I don't think it was kids. I think this was women's. I took a really close look at it. I don't know this brand very well, so I'm assuming I made the right guess because the person was fine with it. So I listed it as women's. So since it was with children's, it was only $1.25. It sold for $27.35, and it only cost $4.94 to ship. So if you see this, it sells pretty well. Like, look up Le Tiger, look up closed auctions, because some of the stuff sells pretty well. This is the first thing I ever sold from this brand. Okay, this is a pair of vintage Adidas athletic pants. Now, Nike and Adidas athletic pants, I pick them up for men all the time. Now, this was big. This was a 5XL. Again, the athletic pants from my Goodwill, that's close, is only $4.50, no matter what it is. It's $4.50. They sold for $31, and that's not incredibly unusual. I mean, even if it was like a 2XL, not a 5XL, it's not unusual for them, their final price to be about $30 for Adidas, if it's in good shape. So definitely keep your eye out for it. And again, it cost $7.33 because it just was shoved into a padded mailer. So the profit on that was really pretty decent. So keep your eye out for any kind of Adidas. I think Nike's even a little bit better than Adidas. Look out for those athletic pants. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Etsy. Okay, is it that one? I think that's where I began. That is where I began. Okay. Alright, this is a set of 4, I don't know how to pronounce that. If you know how to pronounce this. Flatsgraph? I'm not sure. I'm totally mutilating this name. But, wow, look at this. This was a really, really old auction. This was on here for a really long time, and this is how bad this was. I did not take a picture of the bottom of the mug, but it's spelled P-F-L-A-T-Z-G-R-A-F-F. I don't want to mutilate that name again, but it cost $2 for the 4 mugs. They sold for $22.84. And it cost me $7.52 to ship. I think this is a case where certain patterns in this brand probably sell better than others. I mean, this wasn't horrible. You know, I made about $12 on 2. But, you know, for me, shipping a bunch of mugs and what it takes in packaging something like this, I would not pick this up again. Unless I knew I was picking up maybe a special pattern that would get like $50 instead of $23. But it is something to look for. Okay, this is a Nike Bust This t-shirt. I paid $1 for this. I think, I don't know where I was. This might have been way back with the Salvation Army sale, because I'm looking at this dollar price. And that's basically what I'm thinking. Probably got this at the Salvation Army when they still had the dollar sale. I threw things in bins all over the place, so I'm still to this day, like, once in a while finding stuff that I picked up from them. But it sold for $17.69 and only cost $3.50 to ship. So, you know, the t-shirts like this are great if you can get them cheap enough. And I also wanted to state, I did have this on eBay for a while and nobody looked on it. Like, and I switched it over to Etsy and I sold it. So there was a difference as well. That happened recently. I had a vintage, you know, you'll be seeing it in the future, a vintage Woolrich cardigan. And I thought, oh, this is going to go quick, you know, like it had that, you know, Fair Isle design, and it was red and very Christmassy, and everyone's looking, and I had it out for $35. I best offer. I was willing to take $25. People were making offers. You know, I would make offers to them because I make offers to watchers, and I would say, you know, $25, and they'd be like, I'll give you $15. I was like, okay. Finally, after about a month, I moved it over to Etsy, and I think it sold within the week. Did they pay $35? It was close to it. It was close to it. They paid almost full asking price on Etsy. So, you know, especially if you're picking up a lot of vintage stuff like I am, like Woolrich even, it really goes better, I found, on Etsy than it does on eBay. So this is an Atlantic City ruler. I got this at a church sale. Super old. Look at that. A leather pouch. I only paid 50 cents for it. I couldn't pass it up because it was just too cool. It even had a name written across the back. And it sold for $16.99, and it only cost $2.66 to ship. So, that's great. So again, I'm making $12, $13 on 50 cents. So I will do that all day long. That was great. And I love interesting little items like this. I love picking stuff like this up. And especially since it's not glass and I don't have to wrap it, which is even better. All right, this was interesting. This is an Orvis mug. I never saw an Orvis mug before. This was at the Goodwill. It was 50 cents. All their mugs are 50 cents. It sold for $22.24, and it cost $7.40 to ship. So that's great. Again, it's $12, $13 on 50 cents. So that's a fantastic markup. I thought these would do better, not so much. I picked this up, I think, at a flea market a while ago. They were only $2. I thought, oh, this is going to be great. No, I had them for a really long time. And eventually I sold them $23.49, but remember that includes shipping, and bookends are heavy. So it cost $10.34 to ship. So I made about $10. 10 on 2. Again, not horrible, but I definitely thought these would do better. I thought they were kind of cool. Let me see if I can get a better picture. And that's probably, you know what? That's another reason. This is an older auction, and you could tell my pictures are kind of terrible. Really does make a difference. I actually, I do have a video. If you go back, if you don't know what I'm about to talk about, I went back and I photo fused a lot of my the first picture in Etsy. So basically, my thumbnail will be photo fused. Photo fused, basically, it gets rid of the background. You can either turn it black or you can turn it white. The website, it's free. The website is FOTOFUZE. If you're not sure, if you go back in my videos from a while back, I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. I went back and photo fused some of my, because you can see how dingy the background is, and it doesn't make your item pop. It just makes it blend into the background. You can just whiten this out and it just makes that item pop. And I noticed immediately items that were getting no attention when I got rid of that background and brightened the whole thing up. And you don't have to go in and do every picture. You just have to get people to click in. You know what I mean? And it really does make a difference because so many people stage their items. So you're seeing pictures with a million other things in them. So basically, for me, when I clear out a background, it really makes that item pop, especially on Etsy, actually, because so many people are staging, where they're out in the nature and there's trees and there's just so much going on that the simple picture on Etsy seems to me to stand out more than the staged one. So at least that's what I found. And again, when I used the photo fuse, my views went up almost immediately if I did it on the thumbnail. So that's just something to think about. It would work on eBay as well, but for me, eBay has the tool. I only use the tool that they give you to brighten up the picture, and that works fine for me on eBay. I don't think I need to take it to that next step. All right. Oh, this video is getting long. I'm sorry. I gotta stop talking. All right. This is a Sunsweet prune juice bottle. This was 50 cents. I believe at a flea market. And it sold for $18.99, but it did cost $10.80 to ship. So I made about $8 on that 50 cents, which again isn't horrible. This was interesting because it was very specific. So I remember looking at it going, should I really pick up a belt buckle that has somebody's name on it? And the answer to that is yes. This is in Odin. Let me get to the back. There you go. Odin ink. Brass belt buckle. And it has to go to someone named Earl. And someone named Earl did find it. It only cost $1 at the Goodwill. I guess they figured no one would want it there either, unless they were named Earl and really liked that belt buckle. But I picked it up and I sold it for $16.49, and it only cost $3.34 to ship. So again, basically, what would that be? About $12 profit on $1. So yeah, and I love stuff like this. Super easy to take pictures, super easy to ship. I only took 3 pictures. Boom, boom, boom. And out the door, just a padded envelope, a little extra padding around the belt buckle, and it's gone. So stuff like this all the time, if it's cheap enough. Some brass belt buckles don't sell that well, so don't spend a fortune, but if they're a couple of dollars, I always pick them up. This was really interesting because I looked at it for a while because it was a real painting. And the fact that it was a real painting, it was signed, yet I couldn't read the name. I didn't want to take it apart. I didn't want to ruin these little picture frames. They weren't that big. They were 8 by 10. And the frame was only 10.5 by 12.5, so they weren't that large. And I just kind of described it. I took pictures where the names were. The names started to stick out of the corner. Again, I didn't even give anybody any name. They cost $4 for the both of them. And with no information about who made them or anything else, just on looks alone, someone paid $35.64 for the 2 of them. And it only cost $8.69. So every once in a while, just use your eye. You know, if you think it's interesting, if you think it looks nice, and if it's cheap enough to take a gamble, I always look at it this way. You know, if it costs $4, can I sell it for $5 and just cover my cost if it doesn't work out? And the answer is definitely someone would buy that for $5. I mean, look at that. But instead, it sold for $35.64. So, you know, keep your eyes out for things that are unique, different, handmade, really cool. Again, this is why I love Etsy. All right, this is a women's athlete coat. It was $3. It sold for $27.44. And it cost $7.20 to ship, and I picked this up at a church sale. All right, the last item is a pair of 3 angelfish. This is just decorative, so anybody who's into the, you know, hobby of angelfish is going to absolutely love this. Totally unique. It was $5 at the Goodwill. It said, you know, $5 for a set. And I sold it for $41.74. And just to give you an idea, the tallest fish is about 7 inches high. So they aren't huge, but, you know, they're absolutely adorable. And it cost $9.26 to ship. So, you know, that's great. It's like $25 profit. And that's all I have for today. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope your sales are going great, and I will see you next time.